Hey everybody, Film Brown here at the Movies with Film. You know me, I know you. Matter of fact, I've been hearing from quite a few of you, either in person or through email. Remember, there's that email out there that you can get in touch with me, and I really encourage you to give me a feel for the shows. I'm not up here just for the exercise, I'm here for you. And I want to make this show as exciting and as useful as you want it to be. Obviously, I can't hit everybody's can of goods, but certainly I can try to do my best. There are certain things that I have to do largely to make myself happy and to deal with the films, but I'm open to a lot of suggestion. Got a fun film for you, a rather perverse film, if you will. The Terror of Dr. Hichcock. It's a Riccardo Freda film. He was an Italian horror filmmaker. Matter of fact, he made a film that sort of broke the mold to a certain extent for Italian films. He made the first Italian horror film called I, Vampiri in 1956. This was a film that very much not only introduced the world to the Italian take on the horror genre, but also that Italian take seems to have heaping doses of sexuality as well. And this film that we're watching in a few moments is no exception. The Terror of Dr. Hichcock is a film that deals with a Dr. Hichcock who has a strange, perverse hankering for, dead people. He's a necrophile. This is what makes this film rather interesting. Likewise, it makes this film rather disturbing. Dr. Hichcock is played by Robert Fleming, who is a surgeon who has, recourse to finding lots of dead people. And he gets carried away here and there with some of the more delectable corpses, as you will, or if you will, that he finds thereabouts. His wife, he's married twice in this film. His first wife dies. I'm not going to tell you how she dies. I'm not going to destroy this film for you. And he remarries. And he remarries Barbara Steele. You might remember Barbara Steele from Mario Bava's Black Sunday. And remember, she's the queen of the Italian screams. And she does a wonderful job in this film. It's sort of the trapped new wife with a husband who's rather odd, to put it lightly. Now, the title of this film, The Dr. Hitchcock Business. Why is that so? Well, this is an homage that Freda is making to Hitchcock. Matter of fact, as a little game for you, I know people like games as they watch movies, is count the number of references that you find to other Hitchcock films. There are very direct references to Hitchcock films in this. And if you're a Hitch fan, you'll sit up and say, whoa, now I'm not going to destroy this for you either. Okay. People had a lot of fun with that, finding out how many references to Battleship there were in The Giant Claw. Got some emails on that. Like to see, how many references to Hitchcock films do you find in this terrible Dr. Hitchcock, or The Terror of Dr. Hitchcock? Or one of the titles was Raptus. Now, this 1962 film has another, hallmark to it as far as I'm concerned. The use of color photography in this film and the use of lighting is very Freda-like. Okay, something that he was known for was his use of this delicious lighting. He was an art critic before he became and an artist before he became a filmmaker, and it really shows in the way that he frames his materials. His mise-en-scène is lush and decorous and to the point of excess. There's a lot of use of unmotivated color and color lights in this film as well, which really harkens forward to Dario Argento in Profondo Rosso, Deep Red, or Suspiria, best known, basically, too, for strange uses of eerie, non-diegetic lights, which create atmosphere. Think you'll have fun with this film. Now, unfortunately, two things about the version that we have. We tried to get a different version for this film, but our source ran out of it. Darn it. But two things about this. This is the American version. That's why the Robert Hampton credits is there, rather than Freda. You won't see his name at the head. Likewise, this was a widescreen film. Well, it's now pan and scan by the version that we have. Too bad. You know we should always go after the widescreen films whenever possible. Likewise, this being the American version is absent 12 minutes of footage. And sometimes it shows. And in a way, and just having seen this a while back, it creates a odder feel because there are certain things missing. You have to really kind of work at it. Now, one, this is no reason to not watch this film. This is Freda's masterpiece. This is his ode to, well, as I've read just recently, his ode to necrophilia, if you believe that such a thing needs to be done. Strange film. Think you're going to have fun trying to find those references to Hitchcock. Because Hitchcock, now it's interesting too, if you look at the credits, Hitchcock is spelled Hichcock without the T. That's on purpose, okay? Because Hitchcock spells his with a T. It's a little bit of Hitchcock, but with a little bit of difference. And that's what you're going to find in The Terror of Dr. Hitchcock. One other thing I would point you on to, notice the little tick or the little grimace that Robert Fleming uses, the Dr. Hitchcock character uses, whenever he gets that sinister urge to do what he has to do. He's got this little thing he does with his mouth, like that. Now, he doesn't make that noise, but like that. And that's supposed to show that he's got some kind of, well, something weird going on inside of his head. Well, have some fun. Email me. I'd like to know what you think of Freda and his work. Roll 'em, Smokey.